On November 1st, we have the new moon in Scorpio. Bitcoin needs to hold 71K. I hate to say it. But we'll be diving much more into that. So welcome back to the Crypto Astro channel, bringing a radical, innovative new approach to crypto analysis, combining technical analysis with astrology. But none of this content is financial or investment advice. This content is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. We have this previous weekly close I covered in my last video. We went down all the way to 65K. It got bought back up to 66,900. Not too bad. And then this week we are jumping up quickly. The only thing is we have to wait for this weekly close. So the worst case that would happen is if we went up and then we just kind of came back down. That would be something to be concerned about. So, it is exciting that we're getting up this high again. I think there's a lot of excitement in the market. We can even check out the crypto fear and greed index. I'll have to load up this page. But let's see. So we're getting a 72. I'm surprised it's not a bit higher. We'll have to keep an eye out on the next day. But wow, it's just been hovering around 72 there. So this weekly close is important. And even more importantly, we want to, we've already gotten above this previous swing top here from July. That's good news. However, we haven't gotten a confirmation of that. So we do need to wait for the weekly close, see if we can confirm above 70,000. That would be good. But if we go to the monthly, this is where it gets even more important for the bigger picture. I like to always, when in doubt, zoom out. So if we look here, let's stretch this out here. We have this big swing peak up here and then the swing bottom down here, and we're coming up for a new monthly swing. But if we look back here, this monthly, when was that? June got all the way up to 72,000, almost exactly 72,000. Ideally, we would want to close above that in the best case scenario. Maybe that's too much to ask for, but it would be good at least if we get above 70,000 monthly close. So we have only a few days left to close out the month of October here. But let's go to the 2-week. Yeah, so the 2-week, we'd want to give above this swing top here. And then even on the 2-month, this is even more zoomed out here. So we're going to get the 2-month close. This is huge on November 1st. So we want to, ideally, anything above 70 is good. Anything above 71 is even better. And above 72 is like super good, super bullish. So we really have to wait and see where things are going to end up on November 1st. And this is the day of the new moon. Okay, and we're getting a new moon in Scorpio. So we look at the sun and the moon conjuncting here in Scorpio. One of the major things that's happening during, it's really almost an exact Mars opposite Pluto. It is going to happen a day later, but we're still getting this Mars opposite Pluto is very in effect on this new moon. That brings heightened tensions. Mars, the god of war, opposing Pluto, the planet that really can bring a lot of destruction and bring rejuvenation and the phoenix rising from the ashes. We are in the year of the United States Pluto return. So no wonder there's so much tension in the United States and, in the Western world on the world stage. The good news is that with this highly intense conflicting energy, we are getting some very nice, you see this kite formation here? Look at this right here. And we're getting a positive trine, Mercury trining Mars, almost exact. And then Mars trining Neptune. Neptune can bring in some good spiritual energy, help us manifest the visions that we want to create in our life. And then Mercury bringing in some positive energy potentially for trading and the actions we're taking with our trades. And then Mercury's also sextiling Pluto as well, almost exactly. So that's good energy for trading. And then Pluto's is also sextiling Neptune. So we're with this very intense opposition, we're also getting some very nice trines and sextiles, potentially balancing out this energy, and dare I say, even bringing some good energy potentially to the markets. So if there is any major events, perhaps it's an opportunity to perhaps it's really an opportunity that we can take advantage of. So if there is a correction, maybe it could be a great opportunity with a lot of these positive trines. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And then if we take a look at the Bitcoin astrology specifically, that Mars is opposing the Bitcoin Jupiter on the day after this new moon. Not necessarily super negative, but could have a correction. We also have Jupiter that is squaring Uranus, that is in orb, and we'll get an exact hit on November 13th. So little shaky because Mars is then opposing the Bitcoin Mercury. So we could have volatility like I spoke about in my previous video. Take a look at on my YouTube channel, the previous video where I overview the November Bitcoin astrology. So go into much more detail on that. Now let's take a look at the stochastic RSI. Let's zoom out here. There we go. That's Bitcoin. And we got to open up this. I mean, the RSI is looking good. I mean, we broke through this long downwards trend line. We just broke through it here, and we're heading on up. So that's showing good positive momentum. This is looking great. We're getting a big upswing. That's looking really good. Even on the 2-week, we're moving on the up and up. And on the monthly, wow, we are potentially going to get a stochastic RSI cross up on the monthly. Look at that. So we are going to wait to see if that gets a confirmation on November 1st on this new moon. Are we going to be heading up or down? But that's looking quite promising there. And on the 2-month, hopefully we're going to continue to stay up in this range above 95. That would be bringing good positive momentum. Okay, so we're going to have to basically just wait for the confirmation here. And it'd be very interesting to see how this all pans out on November 1st. Of course, we are heading towards one of the most intense elections in United States history a few days after this new moon. Definitely potential for heightened volatility, as I spoke about in my previous video. What are you guys thinking in the comments below? Let me know. Okay, an announcement is I have a new exciting Crypto Astro Masterclass coming soon. It's going to be amazing. It's about the astrological edge, the 3 biggest crypto mistakes to avoid, and the secrets to maximize your profits in this bull run. All right, this will be happening in November. I will keep you guys updated. It's super high value. I've been working a month and a half on this. And you're going to learn the critical things that you need to know to succeed and, of course, maximize those crypto profits in 2024, 2025, as this bull market could easily head well into 2025. All right, so comment below if you want me to save you a complimentary seat. All right, let me know in those comments below. And I want to share some interesting... I've actually been very into personal development the last, majority of my life, about 15 years, more than 15 years. So I'm going to share something that completely changed my life recently, but is also kind of a reminder for me as more than 10 years ago, I used to really apply this in my life, and it's led to so much happiness and improvements and growth. So who here is really into personal growth? Do you enjoy making yourself better in different aspects in your life, whether that's your physical fitness, your mental health, your emotional well-being, your relationships, those kinds of things? All right, one of the biggest tips that has really helped me just have so much more happiness and fulfillment in my life is the idea of improving myself daily, 1%. All right. So, and ideally making improvements measurable, but sometimes that's a bit more difficult. But consider the idea of every single day. Life is tough. We all know that. We have so many challenges, especially with challenging astrology we're talking about here. How would it feel like to, instead of focusing on all the problems that we're facing, to simply just focus each day on how can I just improve 1%? Sometimes we're like, well, I need to get way better than just 1%. But just focusing on that little 1% every single day can make a massive, massive difference. And it can also not put so much pressure on ourselves, So I know a lot of us deal with, maybe being hard on ourselves, maybe a little self-hatred, or, just putting too much pressure on ourselves. If we just improve ourselves daily 1%, it makes a huge difference over time. All right. So there's that little nugget. Let me know what you guys think about that. Want to bring in some new concepts to these videos, not just all crypto. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's a little bit late here in Bali, 6:40 p.m. I hope you guys are doing well over there. But yeah, really, we have got to wait for this. Really, the monthly close. It's gonna be fascinating to see where we hit here, and even the 2-month close. All right, so far it's looking very, very, very good, but I think we got to wait for these next few days. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace.